like a bunch of fucking fat red guys playing the xylophone.
I couldn't argue my way with either of it. It's like, oh, this is Scottish. Like, okay, it's Irish. All right, fine. I don't know. I'm sure, like any specific group, they hate being lumped in with the group that's the most similar to them.
Correct.
Yeah.
Everyone hates the person that they're closest to.
And I love myself, so I don't know what you're talking about. I'm awesome.
No, you are right about that. I met this guy. He was a comic from Sweden, and he was just bashing the Finns.
It's so
and,
funny.
Yeah, it was so
It's
funny.
so funny.
That's one of those things you need to be like, hey man, just so you know, in America, you guys are the same guy.
You're the same guy.
Identical. You could loop Norway, Denmark right into the mix. He's like, don't get me started on Denmark.
Yeah.
I'm like, please,
You guys
stop.
are all eating the same stinky fish.
Weird fermented shark.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
Fermented
Fucking
shark.
weirdos.
No eyebrows.
Yeah.
You're all the same. Yeah,
And
for
it's
sure.
the same thing with like college rivalries. It's like, we hate them. It's like, they're right there.
Yeah.
You could have been
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
The same
You guys
guy.
have so much in common. It's actually kind of insane.
You shop at the
True.
same grocery store. What are you mad about?
In
that?
Toronto, it's like that. The Italians and the Portuguese, they go toe to toe.
Really?
They got a construction rivalry.
Wow.
I
bet.
The
Yeah,
Italians were ripping it up construction wise in like the 50s, 60s. Then the Portuguese were like, we'll take it from here. And the Italians are like, no, you won't.
No, you absolutely
We still
won't.
have it. So we
The
still go at it.
Portuguese.
Portuguese and Italian, big rivalry. And then
Is it-
And then it gets into soccer.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I feel like I've met maybe one Portuguese person in my entire life. So I figure like I've met too many Italians. I'll tell you that right now.
I would say that there's no limit to how many Italians you can meet, and it's always actually good.
It's amazing how many times you've been wrong already on one podcast. But it's like, I just feel like if there's
I'm
a
Italian. I agree
Italian.
with
Yeah,
him.
and you're on his side.
For sure.
Every time I talk to my dad, I'm like, oh, maybe he's right.
Fuck, he's right.
Christ.
But I just feel like it'd be funny, like there's a Portuguese versus Italians rivalry. It's like two Portuguese guys versus 16,000 Italians. No, we fucking hate you. It's like, just come on.
But it's like
jump on
Braveheart.
board.
It's like the Portuguese guys are holding ground still.
True.
They are.
Respect.
Man.
Yeah.
They are. They're tough. They're a feisty bunch.
They're a
the
feisty
Portuguese.
bunch.
Oh,
I wouldn't know. I've met one. And
Buddy, head up to Toronto. Go to Little Portugal.
I
They're
wanna
right
go.
there.
I wanna go to the
They're
Hockey Hall of Fame.
Sucking back potatoes. Yeah, they're not
I
going to be
want-
there. They will not be at the
like
hockey.
it either.
No,
They
they're
won't
not
be
really
there.
a
Yeah,
big
yeah.
it's
hockey
the only
group.
place you can get arrested.
Actually, John Tavares is Portuguese.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
John Tavares is
Close
plays
personal
for the
friend of
Maple
mine.
Leafs.
I know. He's on the Toronto Maple
Well,
Leafs.
he was
all
on the
right?
Islanders.
I know that.
Okay, I wasn't sure if the listeners know that.
Okay, but don't look at me when I'm not the proxy for the listener. I'm smart and handsome and interesting. These guys are fucking idiots who are ugly and
Our
they suck
stupid,
shit.
ugly fans do relate to you more.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
That's why you brought me on here. You needed to dumb it down and get a little uglier. Okay, I get it. This is how we relate to the fans, to
Okay,
the
so
people.
Toronto,
Get it?
a melting pot, I'd say, of Canada.
It is a melting pot. Yeah,
Okay.
Toronto, Montreal too, Vancouver more so.
Oh, really?
See,
in my head,
a lot of
Van-
Asians out there.
Oh,
In
okay,
Vancouver.
okay.
Yeah, there are.
In my head, Vancouver is the San Francisco of Canada.
It is.
Okay, I nailed it.
Yeah, it's
It's expensive.
it is.
A lot of Asians.
Yep. It
Asian
rains.
people, sorry.
Yeah. How about this? Say it a little nicer. A lot of fucking Asians over there in Vancouver, I guess.
Asian, we got to do the
is.
Billboard rule. You put the fucking after the
A lot of Asian
Yes,
fuckers.
There's a lot of Asian motherfuckers out
A
there.
lot of Asian fuckers in Vancouver.
Heroin problem, I believe, as well.
Oh,
big time. Yeah,
definitely
it's
in
Pacific
Vancouver,
Northwest. They
Yeah,
really,
they got a whole thing over there with the heroin. But yeah, no, the Toronto definitely a melting.
So
melting
we'll say Toronto, New York. Is there New York? New York City?
We try. We aren't, but we
No,
pretend we are.
You're not, I'm not saying you're equal. You're
yeah,
not,
yeah,
not even
no,
close.
No,
but
not even close.
for Canada's sake,
Yes.
Toronto is New York City.
Yes,
They're New York City.
they have the biggest,
Montreal is your New Orleans, I'd say. Your New Orleans?
Yeah, you know what? That's a good one, actually. They got good food. The
Good
French
food.
are there. They party. They don't really work a lot. Do they work in New Orleans?
No.
Well, then it's
Yeah.
Montreal.
The
There it
monkeys
is.
don't. I'll tell you that right now.
Everyone's just
This is the
covering-
controversial side.
Yeah, I know. Usually it's me.
Damage control. Right
Usually
here.
I'm
Is that
saying-
usually what it is? Okay.
Usually I'm saying something pretty racial.
We forgot to get a straight guy. We just two wild cards.
Yeah, just two racists. I mean, that's most podcasts anyway. So
That's
that's
true.
kinda
Male
nice.
podcast at least.
Yeah. But it is like in New Orleans and Montreal, it seems like everyone I've ever known is just trying to get their bartending shift covered at all time.
No, you're
Like,
right.
Everyone, they're all just trading bartending shifts
You're
with each other.
absolutely
Like,
right.
that's
There
it.
is no long-term goal there in Montreal.
Yeah.
The people that I've met, anybody who leaves Montreal, they're like, I couldn't do anything else. I was just partying. I was just having a blast.
Wow.
And then after 6 months, they're like,
Okay.
you know what? I missed this party.
Have you been to Montreal?
Yeah.
Do you spend much time in Montreal?
Not a heck of a lot of time. I haven't been in a while, but yeah, I've been there a bunch.
Well, we have an ongoing conversation about bagels because we are big fans of Montreal bagels, especially me.
Okay.
And we live in New York, obviously. And we like
Yeah.
these bagels too. I'm not saying one is better than the other.
Okay.
I like a Montreal bagel.
Yeah.
Do you have a dog in this fight?
Yeah, I like the New York bagel.
You like the New York bagel?
I do like the New York
Oh!
bagel. As a Torontonian, it is
Is that what you guys call each other?
correct.
Wow.
As
Torontonians.
it is a little, we do have a rivalry with Montreal, so
It's like a New York Boston kind of thing, or like a New York Philly kind of
a
thing.
little bit,
yeah.
but then you throw in the French Canadian aspect. You
Oh,
gotta,
yeah.
the francophone aspect of it. So I would lean. I do like the New York bagel better, anyways.
Okay.
But then you add the fact that I'm not gonna get on the French side
Sure.
there. So I'm. But yeah, they're a little weird though.
A little weird. Yeah,
They're
I like
flat. They're weird. But
flat,
there's this,
oily. I like it.
there's this one place, I forget the name of it, but they like just come out off the conveyor belt.
Yeah, I've seen videos of this place.
Incredible. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
looks
place is
great.
incredible. No, it's good. It's really
Okay.
good. But
It
they are
is-
good.
I guess I've never really thought about how funny it is that there's a city that just is like, nah, we do French.
Yeah.
No, we
Yeah,
speak French here.
Yeah, we're actually just We're French.
They're actually the most English part of Quebec is Montreal. So if you go up to
Oh.
Quebec City, they don't speak any English.
Oh, okay. So, I didn't realize that.
I mean,
I
it's
thought it
kind
was
of
just
like
Montreal.
Miami.
No, yeah, well, Montreal is like the city in the English,
The main city,
the biggest city in Quebec.
but it's the most English speaking.
Correct.
Wow.
Yeah. 50%.
That's so funny.
50%. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Beautiful
And
city though.
And I've known about Canada for a long time. I've been a hockey fan my entire life.
One
So I
of the
know
more
about
one of
Moose
the more
Jaw.
educated men of my nation.
Yeah,
is
Moose Jaw, Regina.
Moose
London,
Jaw.
Ontario.
Listen,
And I've dated many of your women.
the hot spots. And you have?
yeah.
And you're banging all the
He's
Canadians?
been Edmonton.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah.
For a lady?
Yeah.
Imagine that,
li-
right?
she's-
Imagine looking at
she-
this.
She was from Regina,
I'm gonna fix the
lived in
camera.
Edmonton, and then went back and forth. So I've been to both a decent amount. Edmonton, I'll say this, one of the worst cities I've ever been to in
Of
my
all
entire
time.
life. It's incredible how bad of a city it can
It's
be.
flat. It's gross. It's cold. The people are sweet.
Fine
Um,
enough. Great, really great. I was there in like the winter too.
Have you been to Edmonton?
No. Never been to Canada.
What?
Never
You
been to
gotta-
Canada.
it's right there, man.
I know.
What are you doing?
When?
You should go now.
Okay.
Now's a good
Yeah.
time to go.
Yeah, why not?
No one will
'Cause of the
hate you now.
tariffs. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. People will not
Yeah.
tell you to leave.
I'll tell them I'm to
They'll like
to make
you.
it easy. I'll just tell them I'm North Korean, and they'll be like, "Yeah, cool. I don't think we have a problem with you.
Come on in. Whatever, we don't care.
Welcome.
Yeah, I'll bring my hockey helmet. And
You
be like,
gotta
"Come-"
go.
Yeah.
Next time you go, let me
No,
know.
I would like. I genuinely would like to go to the Hockey Hall of Fame. I want to go to Toronto.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's cool. It's nice.
Yeah. It's not that. It's fine. It's
Yeah,
what you
it's fine.
expect. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
I got to touch Stanley Cup about a month and a half ago. So I kind of knocked that
Where?
one up. I went to a Devils game,
Okay.
and it was they're honoring Jacques Lemaire, a coach.
Yeah.
And I guess they just asked for the Stanley Cup to be there because he won in '95.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
he
just
was
went to a game with Alex, the young lady. You just
Yeah.
met.
Yeah.
We went together.
Adult lady.
Adult
You have to
lady.
say
She's
young.
yeah, adult
Young-
means okay.
Young lady makes it seem like, hey, young lady, don't be fixing your school skirt here.
Okay.
It feels.
I would say that to her though as well. She
Yeah, but that's like a weird sexual thing that you guys have that I don't really
You
care
think the
about.
listeners are assuming that he has a 12-year-old locked in the bedroom? Is that what you're saying right now?
I think from all the things that he says and does, I think it's not outside of the realm of possibilities. You know, I don't.
So the adult
That's
woman
cool.
I hang out with a lot.
Thank you. That's all. That's all you have to do.
The clear adult
We just
that I
went-
was
yeah.
not.
Yeah.
When I saw her, I wasn't like, buddy, a little young.
No, no.
I know that's a.
It
That's
would be
a.
funny if you all of a sudden were just like, hey, let me see a little bit of ID. You turn to a bouncer real quick.
Put my head out the window, call the
Yeah,
cops.
yeah.
Help me!
They're
Help
close.
me.
They're always
Amber
close.
Alert.
But we just went to a game, and it turned out to be this like event. And then she went to go get some pretzels or whatever, and she texts me. She goes, "Did you know the Stanley Cup is downstairs?" And I go, "What the fuck?
That's
no."
a sick text to get.
Yeah, sick text.
Like you have a fuck. There goes the joke. God damn it. Air tag.
Air tag on it. Yeah,
on the Stanley Cup.
It's fun.
Fuck me.
So I was just in Denver, and my friend played for the Avs. He actually played for Edmonton.
Whoa.
Horrific.
What's his name?
Horrific city. His name's Andrew Cogliano.
Okay.
And he won a cup 2 years ago, and I missed the party.
Oh, Oh.
He had it in Toronto. I was in Italy. I went on vacation. I missed it. My mom was there. It was.
Damn.
I think my mom drank out of the cup. I'm pissed.
Oh
That's
my! So
crazy.
for the listeners, if you're not big hockey fans, when you win the Stanley Cup, each player gets basically one day with it alone. Not alone, but
Yeah.
each player gets one play with it. Phil Pritchard would be there with you. He's the keeper of the cup.
Yeah.
He's a hilarious Lloyd Hare from Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
No, Harry. So yeah, you get to just hang
it's
out
Harry.
with it, and some people do things like they go back to their hometown rink.
Yeah,
and
that's
they let
what he
everyone
did.
do that. Marty Brodeur used to have a street hockey game in his front yard and let whichever team won got to like play with like.
Oh,
raise
he
it.
did that.
Yeah, I remember seeing
That's
that.
yeah. I guess it's a guy who's won it a few times.
Yeah,
so he's
whatever,
like
let's
he
do
gets
it.
to think about what he's gonna do the next time because he's so good. Yeah,
That's wild that you missed it.
Yeah, I missed it, but I went to his house on Saturday, and it was just cool because I had never been to his house, and he just had the cup. Like pictures of the cup. There was an article about him because he had
Wow.
a pretty significant role in the run because it was a very young team, and then he got traded at the deadline, and he was like old.
Yeah.
He was like a veteran, and he didn't really score a heck of a lot, but he
Sure.
got some points and goals when it mattered,
Some
and
big-
he was like a
clutch.
vocal
Yeah.
leader.
That's wild.
So he became sort of like the staple for the team, the glue of that team. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool to see
With
that.
Colorado?
With Colorado,
Yeah,
yeah, and
wow.
when they beat Tampa.
Yeah.
a couple years ago.
Wow, that's
so.
wild.
Yeah, it was cool. He's not a big guy either. It's crazy,
Really?
dude. He's
Well, that's how
he's-
the game has changed. Like when I was growing up, and I'm 22 years old. When it's like
I was growing up, it was like Connor McDavid was just coming on the scene, and, wily veterans like that. And,
Bernard just started shaving. But like it was just the big goons, and then you had
Monsters.
two skilled player.
Exactly.
And now it's literally the
It's
opposite.
flipped.
It's all smaller, faster, skilled players, and maybe one or two kind of goon guys. And even them, the
They're
goon guys
amazing.
are good as fucking hockey now.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
I know. I remember I was such an ignorant guy because my buddy, when he played growing up, I played with him, right? So he was so good growing up. We would literally, I'd give him the puck,
Yeah.
and I'd skate off, and I'd be like, assist. Like I would just be like,
Another apple
"Well,
for
yeah,
Alex."
there it is for me. The siren would go off or whatever.
Yeah.
And he played in the NHL. The most output I think he had in the NHL was like 45 points, which is
That's
good.
great. No, that's
he was
good.
good. He was like when he played for Anaheim, he was like a third line checker or something like that. Like he changed his game
Wow.
to adapt.
Really hard to do.
But he was he would score shorthanded. He'd play on the penalty kill. He was a good player. But I'm like, my buddy's gonna get like 90 points. Obviously,
Yeah,
the guy's
he's
unstoppable.
the greatest guy I've ever seen in my entire life.
I'm like half drunk. I meet him at a bar. I'm like, buddy, you don't score anymore? And he was just so pissed at
Yeah,
me.
of course.
He's like, they're good, man.
You have no idea.
They're all good.
Yeah.
And I
There's
was
no
like,
space.
yeah, I was like, I never thought about them all being good.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I guess if you're paying a lot of money, you want a good player.
I guess it is a pretty exclusive club.
So
The National Hockey League.
I really that was the moment where I swear to God, I always had respect for professional athletes.
Sure,
But
sure.
when one looks you dead in the eye and he's like, they're all good, and I'm like, oh my God,
Oh.
I'll never bash these people again.
Yeah, you're not
unless I'm
fucking around.
gambling.
They're all the greatest hockey player from their town.
Yeah,
They
no,
all
it's
come
crazy.
together.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And it's
so.
all that, I think, that ego where, like, when you're watching a game, you will put yourself as the best player on the ice.
Yes.
And then when you watch people that aren't good, like that aren't good in the game in the team that's playing, you're like, this guy fucking sucks. He's a billion times better than you'll ever be. It's like
trillion.
the basketball
Brian
guy,
Scalabrine.
Brian Scalabrine, the White Mamba.
Yeah,
I see clips of him today because it's St. Patty's Day. So
bless.
a lot
Yeah.
of
Did you see him
clips are going
playing at the West Fourth course
yes, yes.
recently against that fucking asshole guy? There's like that asshole homeless looking guy with shaved head and the big beard who's like
cab driver guy?
yeah, he's like it's one of those guys where it's like if I was in a 7-Eleven with him I'd be like, oh, God,
Get out of here.
he's like so upset. I'd be like, can I just get my soda and leave?
Yeah.
Like, can you stop like having a sideways conversation at the cash register while I'm trying to get around you and pay? But it was like he said that he could beat like almost any NBA. He was like, I could definitely beat an NBA player.
Whoa.
And Brian Scalabrine, his whole thing now is being like since he retired, because he was like famous for having like a 3-point a game average or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. And he's like, you have no idea how much closer I am to LeBron than you are to me.
yeah.
Like that kind of shit. And so he would like dust like every college player who wanted to play him like on camera.
Yeah.
So then he like went to the cage and like played this guy, and the guy was like hanging on his back, and then you could see him like move. He didn't even like. I watched the video, and obviously I have an eagle eye, so I know that the guy was like he elbowed me in the face. I was like he like turned.
He turned,
and you were hanging on his back.
Yeah,
but it was so funny. It was just like
Did he destroy him?
I think it was like, I think what happened was he like did that. He scored like an easy layup, and then the dude took the ball and threw it over the fence like a little kid. It was so he immediately was
Such a
like,
little boy
fuck
thing.
this. And it's like, okay, so you lost.
Well, yeah.
That
In, like, an
guy
embarrassing
is
fashion.
insane though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. I hope he doesn't listen to comedy podcasts.
No, he's mostly a Marin guy.
Yeah, okay, yeah. He likes it a little more cerebral than we do.
Yeah,
that
that's
makes
fucking
sense.
hilarious to throw the ball away.
To throw it over the fence like a baby.
Like
it was
a little boy.
crazy.
Yeah, I always see that guy doing trick shots at West Fourth.
Yeah.
Like he's eating a hot dog and he's like,
Yeah.
he's like, and it
And
goes
it's not
in.
that he's not talented, but I'm also like, you're not playing like an NBA.
backpedal now.
No.
Let
this guy
I think
have
there's
it.
a thing where it's like, I'm impressed because I can't do what you do, but you're not playing like NBA caliber basketball.
You're not playing
wearing
structured-
untied Timberlands and doing like Dr. J hook shots against like a bunch of like brain damaged 17-year-olds who started smoking vapes when they were 11.
Yeah.
It's like it's not the same league.
No, Scalabrini's. I mean, just think about the practice that this guy's. He's going against Garnett, Paul Pierce. Like already, he's better.
Being in the room
yeah.
with them makes you better.
Yeah,
And it's also like, it wasn't like he played for 1 year and got cut. He had like a pretty
Exactly.
long career. So it's like he had to have brought something to the table, even if it was 3 points a game, like whatever.
Yeah.
3
It's
points
like,
is pretty good.
I could not score 3. I don't think I could score 3 points in a career in the NBA.
No,
if you let me play every game.
Yeah, you give me guaranteed minutes.
And listen, I'm getting fouled and I'm missing the foul shots.
You think you're going to the stripe?
I
think they're blocking you clean for at least 7 years straight.
I think I'm the second part of the pick and roll, and I'm standing strong. And I think Luca's
Loud.
running into me, and I'm going flying into the crowd.
Your shoes stay exactly where you are.
I'm taking out a bunch of reporters.
I love those me and my friends always do these hypotheticals. We're like, okay, if you're getting in this game,
Yes.
or you're getting an at bat through a career, like every game, it's like a Men in Black neutralizer.
Yeah.
They're not treating you different. They
Yes,
think
yes, great point.
you're in.
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
NBA.
yeah, They think you deserve
They're
to be there.
running plays
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
Mike as he is now.
Uh-huh.
He ain't getting a shot off.
No.
Some guys
there's-
come in and
I'm not even I'm getting. I would lead the league in balls stolen from. Like, there's no fucking way. I would get the ball and they'd be like, "Is this a celebrity game? Because we don't know who the fuck this guy is."
Is he 5'11"? This is bullshit.
Yeah, dude. I don't even have like the Muggsy Bogues
No,
thing.
but you do have the 1970s shorts that are like right
yeah,
up
I
to your
have
cock.
the tall socks.
you
and
have the
little shorts.
apparel.
Dude,
correct.
I would look incredible until I got the ball.
I could
And it
The
would
Bob
really-
Cousy one dribble.
I'm shooting between my legs.
I couldn't imagine.
I get a breakaway somehow,
Yeah.
and I'm jogging.
You're holding it under your
I'm
arm.
jogging, and then I'm shooting granny style from the free throw
Like
line.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
Just-
and Anthony Edwards is just like, he doesn't even jump. He just puts his hand over me, and it's just like, nah, man, you're good.
I couldn't imagine how long your pre-foul shot ritual would have to be.
Dude, I would be.
Mwah. 1, 2, 3. Mwah. Touch the butt. Touch the butt.
like this.
I get the powder
Yeah.
somehow. They're like, stop doing the powder on the court.
There's baby powder everywhere, for
Everyone
Christ's sake.
slipping and shit.
Yeah, but it's fucking it's weightlifting chalk because
Yeah.
I'm nervous. My
It's all
hands are
sweaty.
sweaty. I'm like, no, I'm good.
And you go,
Yeah,
skyhook it. I'm like,
I'm trying to fake them out while I'm free through. the
Yeah,
free
yeah.
throw.
Can you stop pump faking at
Yeah,
the free
I'm-
throw line, sir?
Yeah.
Hey,
All of a sudden, it's wrong to have a routine.
yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Dude, I got into one of the most Canadian, I guess like not like confrontations when I
Okay.
was in Edmonton once.
Okay. Oh,
Where-
Canada. Okay.
in Canada. So I was there visiting my girlfriend at the time, and she had to work because one of us had to make money, and it sure wasn't me. So I had a lot of time during the day. So I went to some like Savers or some like thrift store, and I found this like really beautiful Philadelphia Flyers like satin coach's jacket.
Okay.
And I care way more about jackets than sports.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. I was
No
like,
one can tell.
yeah. And I was like, black jacket, awesome.
Okay.
Like, cool. And I got it, and I was so proud, and I was wearing it around. And then some guy, I had no idea that the Flyers were in Edmonton that night.
Oh, that is
I had
hilarious.
no idea.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, and also because I was walking down the street. Also, this is an incredible story for a Canadian because I walked into that store Roots because I thought it was a vegetarian restaurant. I saw the logo. It was like a beaver with
it's a
wood
beaver,
and like stuff, and I was like, "Oh, awesome! I can get like a fucking tofu sandwich or something."
Bacon
Yeah.
sandwich.
It's hilarious because every child that's 2 and over knows that Roots is like our store.
Yeah, really
You know?
And I was just like, "Oh, Roots, like
it's
root
crazy.
vegetables. All right, cool, that makes sense."
A vegan shop for me.
Yeah, I was like,
sure.
"Awesome! I can't wait to get a sandwich."
The little beaver,
And I walk in there, I was like, "Huh, pants and shirts."
$200 hoodie.
Oh,
I
well.
know, expensive.
Dude, yeah.
Expensive.
And then I walk out,
That's hilarious.
and this fucking like guy looks like he worked up north on an oil fucking derrick walks up to me and he goes, "Hey, why don't you take that jacket off, huh?" And I go, "What?" Because I kind of was like half paying attention, and he's like, "Why don't you take that jacket off there, huh?" And I was just like, "Oh, no." And he goes, "All right, have a good day." Just like walked away, and I was like, "Yeah, man, okay, that's fucking kind of funny." I was like, "You could definitely beat the shit out of me," but I was like, "I'm not taking my jacket off."
That is, honest to God, one of the more Canadian days I've ever heard of.
It
in
was
my life.
insane.
Yeah,
It
Goes
was
into
like,
Roots, tries to get a rapini sandwich, leaves some oil rig guys like
Holding curling stones. Man,
Yeah.
just take that jacket off, bud.
take it off, bud.
yeah. and I
What
was
do you
just
think Tim Hortons was? Did you know that? Were you
I knew Tim
privy?
Hortons.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
I knew Tim Hortons
He
because
wasn't an insurance agent or something. Like
yeah.
that, you know?
I was like, this fun. People love this fucking Tim guy. I don't know. Is he like George? He's like they're George Washington or something. I
He's the
guess.
first president.
Yeah, but I only knew it because there was one Tim Hortons in America for a long time, and it was outside of Penn Station.
Yes.
Yeah, so-
There was actually 2 in Staten Island.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Two in Staten Island.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
love coffee there, so it makes sense.
It was like it was like one you could go in, sit down. That one in Penn
Interesting.
Station wasn't.
No, it was
that was
brew-
beside like the creamer. What do you call that place? The
The Krispy Kreme, whatever, or
Krispy
like
Kreme or the other one? It's like an ice cream place, not an ice cream place.
Culver's?
I forget what it's called.
I don't
Whatever. Regardless.
yeah,
It's
but it was
not in
like
a
it was
good-
not a good one.
No,
but
no,
I just
no.
remember it existing, and then like meeting Canadians and they're being like, "Dude, Tim Hortons is the shit." And I'm like, I don't know, man. It's kind of in the shitty area. The one I'm like, oh, there's more. There's more than that.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
it's more than that one.
It's Tim Hortons fell from grace though. It used to be a staple in Canada.
Really?
Oh, buddy.
But now
has
it's
anything
disgusting.
overtaken it, or is it just sucks now?
No, it just sucks. I think Burger King bought it and it fell apart. Terrible. Classic.
I
Terrible.
was always conflating the diner in Wayne's World, Stan Mikita's diner,
Stan Mikita's.
as Tim Hortons because I'm like hockey donuts. It's the same thing. And I realized it wasn't.
That was more of a diner, but I could understand that. I could understand the confusion there.
And I would love a
Al Bundy though,
Al Bundy.
great cameo.
Fantastic cameo. Talking about killing people and they're pulling their heart out in the winter. Come on.
It's an amazing movie.
Yeah.
Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
Is he?
Mm-hmm. One of the
Ed O'Neill?
yeah, one of the first American jiu-jitsu black belts. Like,
Didn't he play in the NFL too?
oh, I don't know about that.
I thought he played for the Bears or something like that.
Wow. I mean, he looks like I think you're thinking of an SNL sketch, probably.
No, I think I'm pretty confident he was in the NFL or he was close, and then he was on Broadway.
Wow, what a life.
Yeah, the guy's crazy. The guy's a crazy life for sure.
What an interesting guy.
And then he became Al Bundy.
yeah. How old were you when you first visited America?
The first time I came, like on vacation.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was young. I went
Okay.
to Disney World or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
Is this something people do there a lot? Like, oh, let's go down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we don't really go to Jersey and stuff for beaches. Like the only time, the only place I ever went to the beach was California or Florida.
Okay.
I'm not going on vacation in New Jersey.
No, you
It's the
shouldn't.
stupidest thing I've ever heard.
First of all, Ed O'Neill was signed as an undrafted free agent by the Pittsburgh Steelers
Whoa,
in
the Iron
1969. But so he was cut because he was competing with Mean Joe Green for a spot on
that's
the line.
unfair.
But it's one
That
of the
worked
great-
out well.
Yeah.
Worked out great for everyone
You know what?
involved.
Everyone there had a pretty good career.
Yeah.
So. But dude, the idea of going to the beach in New Jersey, like when people like, it's insane. When people like from the Northeast are like, yeah, I'm gonna go on vacation to the Jersey Shore, I'm like, think bigger.
Yeah.
Think further
Think
out.
higher of yourself.
Truly, I didn't know that there was beaches in New Jersey. I
Dude,
didn't even put
insane.
I know it's like right on the ocean.
Sure.
I couldn't even put the two together.
Yeah.
When the show came out, I was like, "What the fuck is this lie?
Yeah,
This is a lie."
lying to me.
And then my family,
Yeah,
my
you're like
family,
reality show. Yeah, right.
Yeah, they were like, "What is this? This is deception
So
on
funny.
television." Yeah, no, we didn't. So we would go to Florida. We would go to California. You're from Miami,
I'm from South Florida, yeah.
so you're from South Florida. You're not from Miami.
Well, Miami's in South Florida, but
Okay.
I'm more. There's two major cities in South Florida: Fort Lauderdale and Miami. I was closer to Fort Lauderdale my
Okay,
whole life.
so my great grandfather, he went. So my family's from Italy. Okay, but
Oh,
they're so my but but they're off the boat.
yeah.
Okay,
Is he really great? This grandfather? Is he good? Is he a good
no,
grandfather?
he's a bad grandfather.
Okay.
Bad great grandfather.
Oh, bad
Like Robert De
grandpa.
Niro
So this psychopath
or Johnny Knoxville. I think.
was in Italy and he left. He left his family.
Okay.
He dipped out. He dipped out on my great grandmother.
And an
And
Italian guy left his wife.
but buddy, you got to think about this. Back in the day, back in like the 40s, 50s. No, he left in the 50s or 60s. I forget. It was that time
One of those,
period.
yeah.
No one was getting divorced.
No.
No one was getting.
Yeah,
it
no,
was
you
like a
just go.
sin. This guy's like a pioneer almost. Like he was like, I'm leaving my family. I don't care what they say. If this is bad for against the church, I don't care.
Yeah.
I can't stand her. I can't stand my kids. I hate that.
Yeah.
I can't stand my
So
kids. It's
he
so
left. He
fun.
went to Canada. I don't know why. There was job opportunities. He goes to Canada. He goes to Toronto. He's making money. I guess he's feeling bad. He's in contact with his children. My grandfather.
Okay.
I think sending a bit of money back, still also sending a message like still hate your mother.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff like that. And then he's like, you know what? There's opportunity in Canada. So he's like telling my grandfather, my uncle, to come because
Okay.
they're like teenagers at this point.
Sure.
And and he's like, obviously, don't tell your mother to come. We don't like her, but he.
yeah.
So
You're all going out for individual packs of cigarettes.
exactly. So my grandfather and my uncle and my aunt come over. And what does this guy do? He dips again, and he gave him the double dip. He ended up in Florida.
Oh my God.
But buddy, he got a condo in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Like he had money. He bought this condo. Obviously, it wasn't the greatest relationship with my grandfather, but now the guy's toast. And like we have this on like 5th and Collins.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. It's not the greatest place, but
Still.
it's a place.
Owning that's. a
Yeah,
little-
well, there's probably going to be a battle between 19 of us.
Oh, I'm
but
sure. You're all gonna get. You're all gonna get $1,400.
yeah, for sure. But I used to go there.
Wow.
He was a lunatic. My grandfather.
How much-
My great grandfather.
Yeah.
My great grandfather.
Can you do you know off your head how much time between the come to Toronto and I'm going to Miami? Like how long was that second double dip?
Oh,
Was
not
it while they were in
sure.
Hit
the
him with
air?
the Tim Hortons double.
Yeah.
I think it was they had a double. they went to go get a double.
Yeah.
And he was gone.
Yeah.
He gave
He
him
was
the
like,
double
"Oh,
dip.
that's actually a great idea. You guys are getting double doubles. Okay.
I couldn't tell you that. I couldn't tell you that, and I'm probably going to get in trouble if anybody in my family listens to this podcast, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he started another family when he got to Canada, another reason why he dipped out.
Yeah.
All the makings of a great man,
A psychopath.
traveling the world, bearing many children,
Yeah.
being a little bit of a spy.
But he's
Yeah.
A little bit of a spy.
I met him one time.
Oh, you met him?
One time I met him when I was like 13 or 14, and it was just...
Stay right here. I'll be right back. I gotta get something, mate.
You know when you're a kid though, and you're 13, you know someone's not well.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
you're like, wow, this guy's fucking a lunatic. I spent like 4 hours with him, and I was like, this is a sick
Wow.
puppy of a man.
Yeah.
I swear to God, because he also had like a garage across the street from his thing that people would pay to park their car, and he had the garage door for an hour. I spent with him for 4 hours. He would shut the garage door on people going into the thing, and he would die of laughter. He's like, "Watch this," and he would laugh. And I was like, "This guy's fucking crazy.
This is insane.
This guy's a lunatic."
In my head, he's basically Ricky Bobby's dad from Talladega Nights. He keeps splitting, but instead of racing cars, he's like doing olive oil pressing, like some very Italian activity.
He is a very Italian man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just figuring out how to do stonemasonry everywhere he goes. He's like, all right, well, the humidity's different in Florida, so I actually have to figure out how to mix the concrete a little differently.
He
And you're like,
was up to that for
oh
sure.
yeah, you're like,
But
you're a
yeah,
fucking genius.
definitely a lunatic. Anyways, that's my South Florida connection.
That's
And I am
fantastic.
going in a couple weeks.
Oh.
Yeah, my mom's there. She's
Oh, your
got
mom
the-
is down there.
She's going there because my grandfather's still alive. His son's still
Okay,
alive.
grandfather's still alive.
Yes, all the kids are still alive. They're old.
Okay.
My
Are they
grandfather's
all done?
91.
Okay.
So my
Whoa.
grandfather goes for the winter and stuff.
Smart.
So then my mom will go. She'll visit him. I'm gonna go to Florida for like a couple days and hang out with them.
Beautiful.
Mhm.
Beautiful. Miami is an insane place.
It is an insane place, and hopefully it doesn't sink because then.
Oh, we got another 15, 20 years.
You
We're
think
fine.
so?
Probably.
Okay.
I mean, in my lifetime,
No
it's
idea.
it's dramatic. Every time it rains, it's like a little bit deeper. You're like, man, this is
What?
really underwater.
That is crazy.
Do you think it doesn't help like the elevation with the like just level of big giant asses there
Yeah,
now?
the BBLs
like
are really
the
expediting
extra
the
weight that
sinking.
has been put into the women's asses there per capita is slowly sinking the city
pushing
of
it down.
Miami.
I'm smelling an investigation
Uh,
from
yeah.
your end. Yeah, I would go
I'll
over
be
there.
investigating some of those big asses.
A real hands-on
Hey, I'm doing
investigation.
science. Sorry, I'm wearing a lab coat and I have a big fucking hard on through it.
Hard on.
Never said that.
Hard
in my-
on kills me,
I
dude.
never said that in my. I never describe it as a hard on, but it's really funny.
You have a misprint Italian body inspector hat? Like, that doesn't even make sense.
Italian body.
No, I'm Italian and I'm inspecting
I'm inspecting people's bodies.
Show
but if
your
you're,
ass.
but if you're Italian, it's fine, I guess.
your ass. That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
I lose all nuance and like any kind of being suave at all, and I'm like, so why don't you fucking let me see it? Come on, I need it.
I'm worried about the water level.
Yeah, something's happening with the ground. I think. Let me see it.
So
I hate Miami. So
you do.
You don't like it?
no, not for me.
It is expensive. It's crazy expensive.
Yeah, it's very expensive. It's,
It's
very
insane,
loud,
dude.
and not even audibly. Just everything about Miami is loud. The aesthetic, the
people?
the pride of it.
Yeah.
People that are I'm Miami. I can tell. I can tell from the moment I woke up this morning that you're from Miami.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
so in my face.
Yeah.
There's nothing subtle about Miami.
I don't think
Yeah.
I look good in satin.
Hey,
That's a big problem there.
You're right.
My shirt, I don't have enough. Yeah, I sweat in the
Sweat?
shirts a lot. I don't.
We need to get you in a what is it? Guayana? No, Guayabera. It's a Cuban shirt.
Oh, with the
yeah, with the panels.
all the pockets.
Yeah, all the
With a
pockets.
bunch
Are you
of fu-
Cuban?
No, I'm Colombian.
You're Colombian.
Colombian.
Okay.
Which look
I've been to
how
Colombia.
little insulted I got by that.
No,
Because I would have been ironic or not ironic, hypocritical of myself from what we said in the beginning.
Yes.
I don't care if you mistake me for another Hispanic ethnic group. We're all pieces of shit.
Hey, that's true.
That's true.
That's true. But some of you guys have different flavors of car stereos,
Yeah.
etc.
Absolutely.
Have you been to Colombia?
Yeah, but not in a long time.
Oh wow.
I went
would
when I
love to go.
was 9, I think is the last time. and
Oh
I'm,
wow.
like
So
I
you're
said,
due.
yeah, I'm due.
Yeah, there's
I'm
it's been like
22 now.
a pretty big change since you've gone.
There's been
right?
a bunch of changes.
Yeah,
It was like really bad, and then okay, and
Yeah.
then bad again, and then,
And
all
then-
right, maybe a little
yeah.
bit, and then worse.
Okay.
Is it worse now?
I think it's okay now, but if there was a good 10 years, like this is great, everyone go.
I think I
Yeah.
went when I was 3. My parents brought me.
Oh,
And they told me that
Why?
some family stuff. I have no
Okay.
idea what's going on. But I've told already way too much about my family right now, and now I gotta hush.
It's actually pretty easy to bring a bunch of cocaine back in a diaper.
oh.
So
Perhaps that was
yeah.
the issue. Yeah, no, they brought me and they said it was like pretty wild. They said there was like military escorts from the airport, but
Oh,
that was
wow.
89.
Yeah, because now it feels like I know a bunch of like. It seems like a hot spot for like a white woman who just went through a breakup
Yes.
to like go and find herself.
a lot of people go to
A
Colombia
lot of
now.
comedians.
Yeah, it's
During
crazy.
the pandemic, flights were like I think $70. Like some ridiculous.
should've went.
I know some ridiculous number.
should've.
Kevin Casey.
Kevin Casey White.
Kevin Casey White texted me. He's like, "I'm in Colombia. What should I eat?" I go, "I don't know, man. I've been in 30 years.
I'm gonna say food.
Food."
I'm gonna say probably food, not
But
the
I did give him a
ground.
list of the crazy Colombian fruit.
The fruits?
that's
Yeah.
down there because Colombia has
Your
one of
uncle,
those-
your
my
father.
uncle, my- I have a gay uncle. He's
Yeah.
and actually he's straight now. I forgot.
He's straight.
He's straight now. Married man.
Whoa.
Yeah, he
Wild.
beat it.
He's like, yeah,
First confirmed case
Yeah, it
of
was-
beating it.
he shut that shit off. No. Colombia has the most.
Hilarious. I never heard of that. That's wild.
Colombia has like a crazy biodiverse jungle.
Yeah, ecosystem,
Ecosystem
whatever the
it's
hell.
crazy, and so I have
So
a
it got
lot
different
of
fruit.
crazy fruit you've never seen before.
Like variations of apples, different apples and
Yeah,
oranges,
but then like all the
but,
fruit
like,
that you've never even seen. Like there's one.
Some of
that-
them look like they're like from like a David Cronenberg movie
Yeah,
or some shit.
there's
They're
one-
like weird gooey pods.
Yeah, there's one that's kind of a brown and orange, and it
Okay.
looks like kind of looks like an orange, and then you touch it, and it kind of feels like an egg, and you kind of crack it open, and it looks almost like the inside of like an orange, where it has a like fibrous yellow stringy stuff.
yeah.
But it's all black seeds that look like they're covered in goo, and it's delicious.
Okay, good.
It's delicious.
What does it taste like though? Like what?
I can't know how to explain it. It's been too long. I just know I love it. It's citrusy,
And
but
what's
it's
it
a little
called,
earthy. That one is the granadilla.
Granadilla.
I'll show you a
If
picture
you
of it.
went to the grocery store, where would the granadilla be? Like, would
In
it be
what grocery
closer? What would it? Where would it be closer to the apples or the oranges? Where would it
I
be?
think
Like,
probably closer to the oranges.
okay.
Because it's not like a what is that, like a durian situation, right? Where you're like, it's like, oh, this is the world's stinkiest fruit. I'm like, why are we touching that thing?
Yeah, look.
this. Oh no, I've never. Yeah, no,
You've never seen that.
never.
Is it like wait, let me see it.
Crazy?
It's in the
Okay.
passion fruit family.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Okay,
it seems kind of
that
passion.
makes sense.
Yeah,
The golden passion fruit is what it's actually called by
Yeah.
people. But I remember loving this as a kid. And there's also lulo. There's
that one seems like I'm being racist.
Why?
And making up a name.
it looks like a tomato, but it's so sweet and tart.
Yeah.
From my,
That
from
sort
my
of looks
memory.
like a. From the outside, that sort of looks like a persimmon.
Yes.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
Which is a word I love to say.
Persimmon.
Persimmon, I think they're beautiful looking.
I
I love
actually like
saying
the
it.
persimmon. The persimmon's a good time.
What if what if you like it really falls off quick? You're like, we have this thing that's called a banana.
Well, we have weird little bananas.
Yeah, I bet you
those little
fucking
tiny
do.
ones?
I've seen your little
Oh,
horns.
those are so cute.
We have chontauro.
Ooh, what's
Which
that?
chontauro.
Can you guys? Why isn't this moving forward the podcast? You just saying fruits like this. This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Chontauro, it looks like a
That-
little papaya, but
it
it's
does.
really hard and fibrous.
No.
And it's a little
No.
it's a little dry.
Oh, that sounds awful.
It's dry and chalky, but it's really good.
Dry and chalky that?
A little bit. Like it's drier than you think. It's not completely dry. But it's also such a fun word.
Like, is it like what every time?
What's that little chart?
That tells you how ripe the chontauro is.
Oh, of course, that's a chontaruro ripeness chart. We all have one of those in the house. I got that next to my recycling schedule on the fucking fridge.
Granadilla.
But is it like the thing where it's like every time you eat a pear, you're like, this is gonna be awesome, like an apple, and then you eat it, and you're like, this sucks.
Yeah.
This is like kind of dry and
a little
and,
bit?
Like,
Yeah, it's a little pear-esque.
yeah.
Wow, I'm going to Colombia then. Dude, the fruit has sold me.
And
I'm a big
and-
fruit head.
And how much does it cost to buy sex there?
Oh, dude, pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. They got a bunch of fruit, and it's not frowned upon to pay women for sex.
Sounds like your
Maracuyá?
spot, buddy.
Yeah.
What the hell is this? This guy
Maracuyá.
is so locked in.
Dude, he's this.
That's a lemon, bro.
No,
What
it's
is
different.
that?
Look. When you peel it, it looks like a
Oh,
little
wow.
eyeball.
What? Okay, so it does look like a lime, but then
What's
you
the
peel
one that
it
looks
and
like a
it
bunch
sorta
of
looks
larva?
peach.
A bunch of
That's granadilla.
that is. It
I'll
looks
show
like
you.
a
There's
bunch
larva
of.
in that.
It looks like
Or
a
it
bunch
looks
of
like-
like little pods. It
Yeah,
looks
yeah,
like
yeah,
a bunch
yeah.
of like
I'll show
bugs
you.
are about
I'll show
to
the.
be
Do they
born.
have?
Okay,
Yes, that's the one.
yeah.
Do they have like regular fruit?
Yeah.
Some there's like mango, there's
Yeah.
bananas, there's apples.
Yeah.
There's all regular
But
stuff.
are they as popular as these? I don't think they would be, right?
I don't think so.
Like apples, are they?
They're kinda
Who's
more-
gonna eat an apple when
Exactly.
you got the?
Yeah.
I can't. I'm
But
not
it's
even
also
gonna
like
attempt
you have
it.
to think about it. It's
Chunkadilla.
rare.
The fucking thing's called.
It's rare to you because you're not there. But if you're there, it's not rare.
it's a common-
Apples are rare.
Are they actually?
I don't know, but I'm saying logically. I've been there 27 years.
It's like when a tourist comes here and they see a guy wiping his ass in a train station.
Yeah, whoa.
They're like, "Holy shit, this is rare!" And you're like, "That's wiping his ass, Jimmy."
Yes, Jimmy's
He's
wiping his
always
ass.
sitting
Did you
there
say a
wiping his ass.
Taurus?
Tourist.
Oh, I was like a
Yeah, no.
Taurus.
Ford tourist comes
Yeah,
in.
every time a Gemini comes to New York, they can't help but see stuff.
But yeah, there's a very good video of what's that Mormon guy with the orange
Joseph
jackets that does he is Mormon. He does YouTube videos.
Smith. Mormon guy with the orange jacket.
Always wears an orange North Face, and he worked for Vox.
Oh yeah, bearded guy.
Bearded guy.
Yeah, whatever. I know
Anyway, if you saw him, you'd recognize him.
Maybe.
But he has a very good video where he goes to Colombia and tries all the fruits at a fruit stand. And he's like, what the fuck.
Yeah.
He doesn't say what the fuck because he believes in Joseph Smith.
Yeah,
But he's very excited.
yeah.
I would love to go.
Yeah,
it's crazy how your like perspective changes when you.
Yeah.
10 years ago, I would have wanted to go to Colombia to party and probably, do a little
nose fruit.
little weasel dust for sure. And now I want to go for the chidradridro or whatever the hell it is. But yeah,
The
no,
fruit
for
tourism is real, man.
sure. No, for sure. That looked phenomenal.
There's also a place that they have. It's this big, enormous stone. Basically, it looks like it fell out of the sky. Like I'm talking like 30 stories high, right?
That
it's,
big.
It's enormous. You have,
Holy
to,
shit.
climb like a
like a mountain.
multi-stair
Yeah.
thing to climb. I'll find a picture when I remember the name of it. But so that stone's been there forever, and they decided it's such a good tourist spot. They kind of just flooded everything around it, and they made it like this crazy looking. 1,000 of islands. It's just crazy looking, and now it's like the hot
Are there
spot.
shops around it?
Yeah, yeah,
like a
yeah,
Sephora
yeah.
and
Yeah.
shit.
Not
That's
like that, but
crazy.
yeah.
Okay.
But it looks like
Let me see if I can
almost a
find
little bit like, I mean, I've never been there, but from what I've seen of like Venice, where it's like all these like beautiful kind of old houses right near the water, and then there's like a little fucking square that you go and buy fucking.
That's exactly how it is.
Ganchadilla, whatever the fuck it
No,
is.
it's even more. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
even more than just fruit. It's like Chanel and stuff. Dude,
Yeah.
have you been to Germany?
no.
By the Berlin Wall.
Yeah.
There's just a bunch of like. There's a Chipotle.
It's
so, like, why the fuck? You know,
was
it's
so-
crazy.
It was so. I went to the UK last year, and dude, it was like getting off the plane. It was like the thing where it's like you leave here at whatever 11 at night, and you get there and it's like 10 in the morning, and you're like, okay, cool. I'm like, all right, no restaurants are really like no like places I want to go are open until like noon. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll go to the beautiful Edinburgh, Scotland Burger King, and like I go there and I get like a sandwich, and I walk out and I just see like a 900-year-old castle,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what did they do to this? I'm like,
I
first of all, I
know.
want to cry because I'm like, I've never seen anything like this in my life, and I'm like, this is beautiful. But then I'm also like, this is really funny that I'm
It's-
just eating a fucking Burger King long chicken sandwich.
It's
and look-
upsetting when you go to like I saw Domino's in Barcelona and I was like, I want to blow this place up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a Molotov cocktail
Made in
to these
America.
people.
Yeah,
it's
it's like the pictures of all like the McDonald's trash near the pyramids in Egypt and shit, and you're like, you shouldn't be within 100 miles of the pyramid. Should be a McDonald's.
You know what? My cousins in Italy, they love McDonald's. It's
Really?
crazy because they're.
That's fantastic.
I mean, there isn't McDonald's in where they're from, so they only have it like if they go to Rome or something, and they're like, it's McDonald's. And the way they talk about McDonald's is fucking hilarious. My cousin told me that when he puts ketchup and mayonnaise and dips a fry into it, he called it a masterpiece. I was dying. I'm like, a
standing in front of the
masterpiece?
ancient ruins.
Yeah.
Like, this is human ingenuity.
You
at
have your
its
back
finest.
to
He
the
loved
Sistine
it.
Chapel, and,
And
you're
he
like,
went like this too.
fancy
He
sauce.
kissed his fingers and went to the sky. I think he said Madonna. I think he said some shit. It was hilarious.
This is la pierna de Guarape.
Oh my god, that is insanely
It's
huge.
insane. It's huge.
But how does that happen? Like, how
No
do I
idea.
walk?
you want to know my first thought when I see that thing is? I wonder how it would feel to jump off that sucker. Just kill
Sucker.
myself right off that thing. I don't even feel bad about myself today, but I am just like, man, that'd be an interesting drop.
That interesting.
That would
fall.
really be an interesting
So
drop
many
for me.
feelings you would have on the way
Yeah,
down.
I would mostly be like, fuck. I shouldn't have done that.
Your parents are from there.
Yeah, my parents are Colombian.
Yeah, they born and raised.
Yeah, I'm
Colombian.
first generation.
Yeah. And your dad from Albany.
No, he was born in the Bronx, and then grew
I
up.
feel like okay, but did he grow up in Albany?
No, I lived
That
there.
wasn't a joke.
No, I lived there for a couple years, but I grew up on Long Island.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
like that's what my dad was like born whatever fucking Arthur Avenue, most Italian bullshit of all time.
Can I? That you know what? It's good though.
Yeah.
Can I tell you about this
Please.
collateral damage?
Yeah, good.
So, the first time I ever smoked a joint,
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to go see collateral damage. You know what the catchphrase is on the
No.
on the it's you want collateral damage? I'll give you collateral damage.
Okay,
It came out in 2002.
Uh-huh.
I was 15, and we went to the movie theater, me and my buddy, and we smoked a joint, and we got there so early because we had never
Just like today.
exactly.
You're the first stoner who's ever been early to
We
anything.
were so, because my buddy's
Canadian
mom,
stoners are opposite.
Yeah.
my buddy's mom dropped us off. We smoked this joint and we got into the theater and it was still, the lights were still on and the screen was off and we were just sitting there. We had never been high and we were like, we have to get out of here.
Yes.
We were so high and
a trap.
so bright. Yeah. So my buddy was like, I think I have the munchies. We're like, again,
This has to be.
Yeah,
We're-
yeah,
this-
yeah.
I'm
Lunchtime.
starving.
Yeah, yeah.
So we go and we split up, and this is '02. We didn't have
You
cell phones.
split up?
We're stupid. We didn't realize that we were splitting up. This is a big movie theater, and we didn't have cell phones back in. You know how it is. No cell phones. We're all relatively the same age. You're done, right? You're cooked. There's nothing to do. So I guess I lost track of time, and I walked back into where I thought this theater was, and
Okay.
it was full now.
Yeah.
And I'm alone, and I just sat down, and I didn't even realize, and then I started looking around, and previews were on, and I'm like, there are a ton of girls in this Collateral Damage, and I was sort of in the middle, and I started getting paranoid, and I started to freak out a bit. So I'm like, this is it for me. Wherever I am.
Yeah.
And I watched the entire Britney Spears Crossroads, the entire movie,
The whole movie.
I couldn't. I was so scared to get up and leave because I was.
Everyone's gonna look at you.
There was so many girls, and I was 15. I was panicking, whatever.
Yeah.
Got a
Big
hard on?
I was rock hard. Right, you deserve that.
Yeah.
You two deserve it. I was rock hard for 2 hours. And then I after the movie I left. I found my friend because my mom was gonna pick us up. And he went into the wrong movie, so I still haven't
seen
watched it. I haven't watched it.
Are you still? Is this friend?
That was
you
the
do
real
some-
collateral damage.
That wasn't real.
Is this a friend you still have are in
No,
contact with?
no. I haven't talked to him in years.
Scumbag.
But
Real fucking scumbag.
Piece of shit.
but I really want to watch it.
Hey, come back over. We'll watch it together.
Have you seen it?
No.
It's
Because it happened. He was in Colombia.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
here's the thing about it.
John Leguizamo.
It's fine.
Okay.
You seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's fine. I tried to. I tried to do this thing a while, like years ago, where I was like, I'm gonna get every Arnold Schwarzenegger movie on VHS. I want this. I have a big VHS collection. And then what happened was I got about 8 or 10 of them, watched them, and then for some reason I kept forgetting that I had already purchased the 6th day, and I purchased it like 6 times.
Wow.
And
And
then-
then 6 days.
Yeah, and then I was just like, after a while, I was like, it's actually really fucking stupid. Like, not even thinking, like, just write a list and know which ones you have. I was just like, I'm actually done doing this, and the fact that I did it was dumb.
Yeah.
And I'm a fucking idiot. I started hating myself.
Arnold's your guy, though.
No.
Not even
No,
that.
I think he's fine. I think it was like the thing where it's like, okay, I already had like, what was it? I had like Predator, and I had like the two
Predator is incredible.
Yeah. Great. I had like the Terminators, and then I think I had like True Lies, and then I was
Eraser?
like, all right. I had Eraser, and then I was like, all right, let me keep going. Like, let me just build
Last
this up.
Action Hero.
I don't know if I ever. I do have Last Action
Was
Hero.
Eraser before or after True Lies?
After.
Okay.
True
okay.
Lies, I think, is where I kind of get off the Arnold
I would-
ship.
I would
like, I
say
like
yeah.
True Lies a lot, and then everything post True Lies, other than, and I had Jingle All the Way.
And
Obviously.
Jingle All the Way,
I mean,
come
that's
on.
a Christmas classic
That is
right there.
That absolutely.
Total
Yeah.
Recall, I think, is his best acting.
Yeah, but because that's
Total
pre
Recall's
True
good, though.
Lies, correct?
For
Yes.
sure. Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. I have to piss really
What?
hard
Get
into the
out the
toilet.
hell?
Yeah.
You are. Does this podcast stop until he returns?
No.
No. You
Okay.
guys just keep going. I'm inconsequential to this.
I want to now, but I sort of want to ask the question that I
Ask me, and then we'll go to him.
No, I was gonna say like you do martial arts.
I do
so
martial arts.
You're big time in martial arts.
Yeah,
and your videos are the best.
Thank you so much.
Dude, they're so funny.
I really appreciate that.
I love fights.
Uh-huh.
Like I don't like when people get hurt, but I think
No, I understand. There's a line.
Fights are so funny.
I'm fascinated by them.
They're so
I'm genuinely
funny.
fascinated by them.
Street fights.
Yeah.
They're
yeah.
hilarious.
I'm fascinated by all fighting, but street fights, the part that I think is so attracted is the wrong word because it seems like I'm enthusiastic in the sense that I want them to be happening a lot more, which I don't. But there is a reality to it that I find fascinating is in the sense of like early UFC, let's see what is the best.
Yeah.
Street fighting is interesting in the way
You're
of
right.
like,
You're right. That makes sense though. It's like
Yeah.
you want to you just yes, I understand what you're saying.
so that part of it is fascinating to me. Being able to break down both the lack of technique, I should say, and then also like the behavior of it. Like, why did this fight happen? what's happening here? What's the
Yeah.
circumstance? Where are we physically? Like the change, like video games. It's like a left to right kind of stupid video game. It's the same thing, but the background changes. It keeps it interesting.
Yeah.
Street fighting is interesting in that way, where it's like, oh, it's at a swimming pool.
Yeah.
Where MMA is like, it's in a cage again. Okay, big one. Throw a big dumpster in there. Now I'm listening. The fact that it changes is I find very interesting. It's a variable that changes.
Anyways, it makes me laugh so much. But was there someone like an action star that you like watched that you had to get in, that you were like, I want to do? Like, did you watch Van Damme and thought I want to do kung fu, or I want to do
I
whatever
watched,
the hell he is?
I watched a lot of Van Damme because we had a Hard Target on VHS, and I watched that a lot. When he's in the bayou, it's a really weird movie. I always liked action movies. I remember The Karate Kid. I liked a lot, and I wanted to do karate, but my parents were like, no, we don't have any money. Mortal Kombat commercials for the movie, I would just get up and start kicking the air really hard. Just as that Mortal Kombat, fucking Christ. But no, it was never really like I want to be like this martial artist. It was just like I kind of just fell into it.
Got it.
Yeah. First time I ever saw boobs, Bruce Lee movie.
Really?
Yeah, my dad showed me Fists of Fury, and there was like a woman like bathing in like a river in China or some shit. And
How old were you?
27?
So, yeah. Okay, I'm 36 now. So probably about 35, I guess. It was a couple weeks ago.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah. No, I was probably. I think the boobs were like. He wasn't like. Like check this out. I think he forgot there were boobs. I think he was just like, oh, Bruce Lee movies are cool.
Yeah.
Let me watch that. But I think I was like 7 or 8.
First hard on?
No, soft, real soft. I had childhood ED.
Real soft.
Yeah, when Viagra came out, my dad's like, "Fucking finally, huh?"
Loser. This is coming a gummy for my fucking loser son.
Yeah, I think I Flintstones Viagra for my soft ass boy. Or what? This fucking kid can't get hard for shit.
Okay, better put him in the Boy Scouts so he can raise a tent somehow.
I have a Barney Rubble, bud.
Yeah.
Rock hard. What are you doing?
I had this thought the other day, and I'm embarrassed to say it out loud.
Okay.
But I have to say it now that I started this. So, backstory, when I was a kid, I don't know why my dad and I thought it was really funny to pee in the toilet at the same time. We were like, this is hilarious.
Okay.
Because I would, he'd be in the bathroom, and I'd be like, gotta hang out with dad.
Gotta hang out with dad.
My dad would be shaving in the bathroom, and I'd be like, cool, I'm gonna sit on the tub and just watch you shave. And I got like a Fisher Price shaving kit to do the whole thing. And so
you're doing your pubes.
Yeah. I was like, Jesus, he's really. I thought he's a mustache, but he's really kind of grooming the low. Anyway, I don't know, but we would like pee in the same toilet all the time because I thought it was funny. And the other day I was taking a piss, and I was like, "Yeah, it's your dad's penis attached to your body." I was like, "Damn, I got it really is like hereditary." I was like, "I got the same." Same piece as my father.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
I think that's normal.
I hope so. I sure hope so because I thought it and told you guys.
Oh no, I have the same dick as my mom. Fuck.
Yeah, but I mean, like sometimes you hope you're better than your father in some ways.
Yeah. Did you piss in the same toilet as your father?
No, my brother, I think, would pee at the same time.
Yeah, okay.
You and your brother would, or your brother and your father, and you felt left out.
Well, all 5 of us would be in the toilet.
Shut the door.
You guys had a trough, the family trough.
We all just
We're bonding.
We all just hunch our butts over the bathtub and piss into the tub.
You guys had 5 Home Depot buckets connected to each other. You guys had all fucking pissing shit in.
Yeah, it's
you had
important.
a toilet too. You just thought that was fun.
Yeah, as immigrants, it's important to bond over that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you guys didn't have it hard enough already.
Yeah, it was too easy for us. How about this? How we do that? We go into energy drink corner.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, welcome
Holy
everybody to the
shit.
energy drink corner. We have a segment where we stop looking at it,
Oh.
or we drink an energy drink and we review it.
Okay.
That's what we do. So
I do too?
Yeah.
Okay.
This week we're going to be doing Goku.
Okay.
Goko? How would you say that? Goko.
Goko.
Goko. This is watermelon juice coconut water. Watermelon
Ooh.
juice coconut water, caffeinated.
Okay.
Thank you to. God damn it! I know someone sent this to me.
Trump. Thank you to President Trump for all you've done for us.
Damn
and
it.
also thank
I
you
know
to,
who sent this to me.
Xi Jinping
To us.
and the Chinese Communist Party, just in case.
This has no real poem to it, but it's some words on it all over, like stamina, natural, energy, fuel, electrolytes, 90 calories, 20 grams of sugar.
That's not bad, is it?
That's a lie.
Oh, is
40, but it's 40.
Wait, 90 calories and
Yeah.
20 grams of sugar?
Yeah.
That's kind of...
40% natural juice. That's why. I don't see where it says how much caffeine is in this bad
If I'm
boy.
drinking one sugar-free Red Bull a day, how bad is that?
That's great.
I think if you're drinking one sugar-free Red Bull, you can pop that
think-
sucker up.
That's great. Do two.
You think that's great?
We're big energy drink guys. What are you talking about?
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh,
maybe
you
they're
know,
wrong.
I drank this today on my own already, and before that, I had caffeinated pre-workout.
Isn't Monster like the lowest rung one of the energy drinks?
What do you mean,
Lowest rung
lowest in
one
what?
in terms of like the kind of
Like
person who
peop-
drinks it. Yeah. It's not great, dude.
Yeah.
I am really
Socially, absolutely.
I am really embarrassed when I drink one of those in public. I
I
was
think it's changed quite a bit in the last 2 years, though.
You
I
gotta
think
get
they've-
you gotta
they've
get a
made
brown bag. Like,
dude,
you're
truly,
drinking a
I'm
Colt
like
45?
I want to buy. Like I was upstate this weekend, and my girlfriend's parents were there, and I was like hiding the empties in the car, like I was drinking and driving. Like it was insane. I was like, I can't have your parents see me drink this.
You're pouring out a Mad Dog 2024 to
Yeah.
pour that into.
Yeah.
No, I'm just an alcoholic.
Yo, this smells like-
cheers to friendship.
Cheers. Thanks for having me, guys.
yes,
of
of course.
course,
Thank
brother.
you for doing it.
You guys are the best.
Live life at the speed of go.
It's very
89
refreshing.
milligrams.
Sounds, smells.
89 milligrams of caffeine.
89. Okay, so,
So
like a
it's
cup of coffee.
89 milligrams equals one large shot of espresso. Product of Vietnam.
Whoa.
Hey, isn't that nice?
Yo, what's that? It's got a bit of an aftertaste. That's
Watermelon and coconut juice is
Yeah.
what it is. And then some
Interesting.
caffeine. It almost feels a little bit green tea extract. I can't
Yeah,
tell.
yeah. There's got something at the end there. You know what this smells like though?
It feels so round.
Do you remember back in the day when you used to? There was this like mad scientist. Like it was like you'd make your own treats.
I don't think so.
Maybe this was just a Canadian thing.
Mad scientists, you made your own treats.
Yeah,
like a easy bake oven thing.
Yes, but just for candy. There was this
Just
like
for candy.
Was it like the gummy worm
Yes,
one?
yes.
Okay, yes.
But you would be like
Oh.
a Dr. Frankenstein and you make your own gummies and stuff like this.
Yeah.
This smells
Oh,
exactly.
okay.
I haven't thought about this in 30 years. And
Wow.
the second
Yeah.
I smelled it, there's something that you can make that smells exactly like that.
This is it feels like
Smells, doesn't taste.
It feels like there's a liquid on top of a liquid. Like it feels so
Like the watermelon
round.
juice and the coconut
They can't mix.
become.
Yeah.
Yes, it tastes like something first, and then a second later, it tastes like something else.
This really feels like
But it doesn't.
it's not bad, but it
No,
does
it's not
feel
bad.
like it would cost me $16 at a bar when I'm like buying like a mocktail, so I don't look like I'm just drinking a Diet Coke.
Yeah.
So this is a Vietnamese one, but it definitely does not feel like as
Chemically?
Imported
Correct.
and distributed by Steamroller Imports in Los Angeles, California.
Enchante sent this to us. Thank you, Enchante.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is it doesn't have. There's two schools of energy drink, really, right? There is chemical warfare,
Monster.
the one that gets you going.
Monster Ultra Blue Hawaiian.
Yeah, and then a dressed up cup of coffee, basically,
Yeah.
right?
Kind of health
conscious. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather like if I'm going for it, I want the chemical warfare.
Yes.
I
if
want
you
the
need
craziness.
A boost,
I
you
want
gotta,
it.
Yeah, of course.
This because what I do in my day is I'd have a cup of coffee. I have one cold brew.
That's no joke.
I know it's not. Am I kidding?
No.
And listen, because he's not funny. So he's not kidding.
I have one of those, and then at like 4, I have an energy drink.
So so this is your routine.
Those are my two
So, okay, you
caffeinated
know
drinks
what?
of the week,
You
of the day.
You both now. He's roped into this health.
Yeah,
health
absolutely
nut
he is.
crew.
Absolutely he is.
This was a year ago. I wouldn't even look in this direction.
Yeah, no.
I'd
I
be
would-
talking to the
you'd
plant.
Spit on
Yeah.
me.
But I'd spit on you.
Yeah.
But now you're both in the mix here.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more.
So I guess I am obsessed with caffeine,
Mhm.
and I don't realize when I'm overdoing it
Mhm.
on the caffeine.
Mhm.
I don't have a routine. If there are days by fluke where I have enough coffee where I'm money in the bank,
Okay.
Yeah.
but then there's times where I overdo it, not enough, and I'm a 0.
Mhm.
I'm walking around pathetic.
Yeah.
How do I get How do I find that perfect synergy?
Yeah. I would say wean yourself back to because you drink hot coffee.
Hot coffee.
Okay. My issue with hot coffee is people give themselves like I just have a couple cup. Like that's like a couple is not a specific number.
Okay.
So it could run from when it's not a specific number, you could always be like, oh, one more, whatever, right? I think if you're like, I'm having 1 cup of coffee and see how that feels, not good, obviously.
No, it's
No.
That's what you got, but
rough.
you got to get that information, and then you move to in 2 days you move to 2 cups.
okay.
How does that feel? All right, 3 cups, and then you find a number that works best for you. But you have to have the wherewithal to go all the way to 1, which is tough.
I don't like that.
Do you
Yeah,
do you drink black coffee? or do you drink it with stuff?
I drink a little, just a little cream milk. It doesn't matter. Just so it changes the.
I'm not judging your sexuality.
No, my dentist, who I don't know how I feel about him, he told me just change the color just because black coffee is gonna fuck up your teeth.
Oh,
Just
do a straw.
I'm not drinking a black coffee with a straw.
Yeah.
Am I a psychopath? What am I? Like Buddy Boy over here? No, yeah.
The reason he has to change the color of the coffee because he's like, I don't know, when something's too dark, I don't like it.
I get scared.
He keeps saying stuff like
You
that to
keep
me. I'm
holding
like,
your wallet while you take a sip.
I thought we were going to save that for the Patreon part of the episode. No, but yeah, no. So I got to just, because sometimes I just go over caffeinated and I crash.
The caffeine to food ratio is big. Because I can drink, for me it is, because it's like, there'll be some days where I'll drink 2 like energy drinks and I'll be fine. But it's because I've either done something in between the 2 or eaten in between. But there are days where I drink 1 and I'm like, dude, I feel good. I should probably drink another one. And I haven't really eaten. And then I drink the second one and it's like, I turn a switch and I'm like, I have to argue with my girlfriend now. Like I have to create some kind of issue or problem for no reason. And it's just like, oh, and I'm like, my brain is like, it's that thing where it's like, you know when you can feel your brain firing, but it's not connecting? Nothing is connecting. It's just like bing, 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 bing. But you're not like, and then, but if I have like, it's either like I drink an energy drink and I work out and then later I drink another one, or I drink one in the morning and then I eat food, I do stuff and then I drink another one, then I'm fine. But there's some days where I wake up, drink one, and then I'm like, it's been about an hour or 2. I should probably. I had so much fun drinking the first one. Why would I not have so much fun again drinking the second one? And then I'm like, oh, I actually just ruined myself for the day. I'm actually gonna be sitting in a movie like tapping and figuring out what's wrong.
Yeah. So I think food intake and then physical activity.
Okay.
Like if you're not doing anything physical, then your body has to go somewhere with that energy.
That's true.
And it's probably gonna be there just to keep you awake.
So just a walk or something?
A walk,
dude, anything.
20 squats, 10 push-ups. When's the last time you did a push-up?
No, I don't feel comfortable anymore. I was comfortable until that
I was
cut the fucking episode.
No, my core is a mess right now. Dude. It's a mess. I had I don't know what happened. I hurt somehow my right hamstring and my abductor getting into a middle seat on United. Yeah. It was too tight. I went like this. I felt everything shatter. And like the person beside me was like,
but that's what happens as you get older. Like,
oh my God,
I hurt my back.
You're in tip-top shape.
Exactly. But that's the thing. It's just that being in shape just limits how often it happens, but it's going to happen.
Really?
I reached for an extension cord too fast and my back tightened up. I know now how to undo it, but it still happens.
Dude, yeah, that happened to me this weekend, like sitting on an Amtrak for 2 hours and then getting up and then getting into a car to drive. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, it was just like, and it never feels good when your girlfriend's like, oh, your back hurt? I'm like, shut the fuck up, By the way, I'm like
a monster.
Yeah. By the way, I'm strong and my dick works. So don't fucking ask me anything like that. And I make enough money. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Yeah.
Don't fucking ask that.
And just because
yes, my back hurts. But that's besides the point.
Yeah. But when you don't create the habit of physical culture within yourself, you get older and those things just get way worse.
Yeah. No,
right?
For
so
sure.
It's like if you just create some habits and some discipline and also some enjoyment in physicality, whatever you see fit. I don't give a shit if it's pickleball. I don't care if it's walking for 20 miles or 20 feet. I don't care what it is, but just find enjoyment in something physical. That will as you age, it will just not be so fucking terrible for your body. Because you see people, they're like 30 and they're like, hi. I'm like, dude, stop.
Yeah.
Stand up straight.
Stand up straight and look me in the eye.
Stand the fuck up.
I get really like fatherly sometimes with guys like that.
Is this the part of the podcast where you guys...
We're going to beat the fuck out of you right now.
Yeah.
You judge my posture.
He's going to beat the fuck out of you and I'm going to be there.
Wait, we got to rate it. I'm going to give it 2.75.
Out of what?
0 out of 5 lightning bolts.
Oh, 5. Okay.
0, you hate it. 5, you like it so much you'll order it online for yourself.
This is a 2.5 for me.
Okay.
Straight up.
I mean, I liked it. I'm never going to order it online, though.
No.
So
I'll
give it a 1.5. But I liked it.
Okay, very judgmental for my 2.
Yeah. I don't order anything. So if I'm hitting that button, if I'm hitting that, accept or send or whatever the word is, you better be a 3.
Because you're on sugar. You do sugar-free Red Bull.
I do sugar-free Red Bull, but only recently.
Yeah, and because that's like the comedy club staple. That's always
it.
there. Yeah, and you're like, oh, I can get one of those. Cool.
Exactly. For free too. Because especially when you see sugar-free Red Bull, they're 2 for $5, and then I see one just for the pickens.
Yeah.
In that little ice box or whatever the hell.
Because of your sense of humor, you get it.
Pardon me?
Because of your sense of humor, you get that for free. Isn't that
Yeah.
beautiful? Isn't that phenomenal?
I thought
'Cause
that was serious for a second. yeah, I'm always like, you earned that.
You
buddy.
Yeah.
Your jokes got you this
Your
sugar-free
observations?
ribs.
You
About
figured out
human
how
behavior?
something is kind of like something else.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And now you get a free Red Bull.
I was so tired on stage, like before I got to the club the other day, and I was like, this is gonna be horrible.
Yeah.
And then I drank a sugar-free Red Bull, and it hit me in the 15-minute mark of my set. I was dog shit for 15 minutes. I was like, what else? And then it
What
just hit me,
else?
and I was like, I'll tell you what else.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah,
actually know what else.
Yeah. No, it was crazy.
That's a fun new gimmick you're going to do every time.
Dude,
You're gonna sandbag yourself.
I watch the clock. I go, you wait until 5 minutes. What happens?
It's rope-a-dope. It's comedy rope-a-dope.
Trying to time the pre-show Red Bull is always interesting because sometimes I get on stage and I say 35 half sentences.
Yeah.
And then I go, I would love to get introduced again
Yeah.
if I could, actually. I would love if you could bring me up. And now I actually kind of figured out how to talk.
Run it
and
back.
you guys are kind of the first people I've talked to all day.
Yeah.
And I would love if you could just kind of, I chugged it in the green room as soon as I got here because I was tired. And then we pushed the show back 10 minutes, and that's kind of your fault, actually. You guys took a fucking long time getting in your seats.
You're lollygagging.
Yeah, you guys couldn't figure out how to put your phones in the yonder pouch or whatever the fuck is going on.
The 9
here.
hours of me not talking to anybody and
Yeah.
watching Snapped on Oxygen. That's on me.
The fact that I'm somehow watching Guy Fieri go back to the same restaurant again in the same day is not my fault. It's
No.
your fault.
Yeah.
The pouches are insane, by the way, at the comedy clubs.
Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't seen him.
The
They're
yonder.
so. I'm like, is Chappelle coming?
Yeah, who gives a
And
shit?
yeah, like
What happened is he showed up there one time to do a 9-hour set 5
And
years
they paid
ago,
for 'em.
and they're like, "Well, we bought the fucking pouches, so
that's
we might
exactly
as well,
what happened.
So we
I
might
saw
as well
someone put their
them in
watch in there, an Apple Watch. I started laughing in his face. I'm like,
Put
You're
your
an
Apple
idiot.
Watch in there. It's like, you idiot! Now you gotta get your steps to the bathroom.
Those aren't going to count.
Fucking
how are
moron.
you supposed to know when you're gonna have a heart attack? Pal?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
done.
Idiot.
Moron.
How are you gonna know my set is so good? It's putting you into a different heart rate.
Yeah. It's too loud now in here. The decibels
I'm
are
talking
too
about how
high.
dating in New York City is strange, and all of a sudden you're going into shock. Whatever my fucking awful jokes are about. I suck at comedy. I used to be good,
Hey,
dude.
it's a
I
good
don't know what the
time.
fuck happened.
It's so
Got in shape. Should have done
Yeah.
that.
It's so crazy how like you in comedy, like how quickly you just think you're bad. Like you have a pretty good set, and 15 minutes later, you're like, "Well, I'm horrific.
Yeah.
These people are fucking stupid."
They're idiots for laughing at the thing I wrote. But
the Friday night early show, I feel like a god.
yeah.
Late show, I go like, is there an extension cord in the green room?
How strong are these beats?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. We had a good Friday late show,
How?
and let me tell you, everything else was bad.
It was,
It was a train.
It's
It was
one
a
of
train.
those
Yeah.
flippers. Yeah,
dude,
yeah, yeah.
insane.
It's the
I
Friday
had-
late show's the worst. Oh,
Friday late show, I had. Where the fuck was I recently? Where I was like, I'm gonna get a gun, pull it out on stage.
What are the laws for
I'm gonna
guns in this
fucking
city?
find a gun. I was Louisville. Hey, Louisville.
Louisville.
But we had five show weekend. 4 of them were awesome.
Mhm.
Even Saturday late was awesome.
Mhm.
Friday late, I was like, oh, I know this is a concealed carry state. I hope someone shoots me. I kept going like, Trump, fuck him. Like, whatever. I was like, if you like the Cardinals, the Louisville University Cardinals, you're a fucking idiot, by the way. And I hate bourbon.
Yeah.
and baseball bats are stupid. Just like
Yeah,
trying to
anything.
get any.
horses make me sick.
Fuck them. I would kill a horse with my bare hands if I could, and I'm vegan, so it's interesting.
It's a big
I would
one.
take one of your stupid baseball bats and beat a horse to death in front of you if I could.
Why
And
do
I'd
they
be
do the
so
Friday
good.
late show? Why don't I feel like going up to the managers and just be like, let's end this one. Let's just all fucking hang out.
Yeah.
Let's have drinks and let's do like just a little party.
We'll
Yeah.
sing along. Whatever.
Sing along karaoke
Yeah.
night. It's horrific.
When even the security guard is like, "Hey, Friday late show," I'm like, "Dude,
up.
you know? Come on."
The staff loves when shows are just off the like horrific. They when shows go well, they want to see one just
I had-
fucking crumble.
Well, I was in Louisville. The staff was like really fun. But it was definitely like after the early show Friday, they're like, they liked you a lot better tonight than they did last night. I was like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I was there. Yeah, I had a hard time on Thursday. Sure.
Asshole.
Why did they say?
And then it was, I was like I had this one joke that is kind of dicey, and then for some reason I dug in harder on it on
Snapped. in
yeah
your
on
brain?
Saturday Late Show, and it was getting nothing, and I heard one of the servers laughing in the corner, and I was like, yeah, they heard me do this joke 4 times already, and it went pretty well, and this time I really dug in.
They knew it.
and it did not go like I had planned.
It shows you the delicacy of the writing.
Yeah, well,
The delicate
all of a sudden
nature.
people can't fucking handle the
All
heat.
of a sudden.
Yeah, I like bringing the heat, by the way.
Oh, we can't bring the heat once in a while.
Oh, man.
All of a sudden, it's
Before we,
I'm having a blast.
I'm so glad.
great
Well, it's almost done.
but
But
I was gonna answer.
are you
for
on? Are you? We do a second segment. Are you on Letterboxd? It's a movie app.
no.
I'm assuming no. Okay.
No.
So on that app, you get to put down your 4 favorite movies, and it's kind of a thing online. What are your 4 favorite movies?
Okay.
If you could, off the top of your head, it doesn't matter. No one's gonna judge you. Why?
Everyone is.
What are your 4 top movies, and you could rank that in however order you like, but just don't
They're
take too long.
bad. None of them are critically
okay. That's okay.
acclaimed. None of them have probably won any Grammy.
Yeah,
The
Grammy, sure.
Grammys. they haven't won
Sure.
any Grammys.
Hey, a lot of movies haven't
No
won
way.
Grammys.
Oh, yo,
Oscars.
Oscars. That's the one. Okay, off the top of the dome, I love Home Alone.
Home Alone.
I have
with Home Alone
7
for-
Home Alone references in my act right now.
That's so many.
There's too many. Home Alone.
Home Alone.
I don't care for Home Alone 2. I love Beverly Hills
Fuck
Cop.
that fucking movie.
Okay.
Terminator 2, obviously.
T2's an unbelievable movie. It's a
So,
perfect movie.
It's incredible. It still holds up to this day.
Yeah, it looks phenomenal.
And then I guess Collateral Damage.
Damage.
No. I have no idea. The 4th one, I mean, yeah, maybe. This is going to be crazy.
Wow. Okay.
Schindler's List.
I've never seen it, but maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll be on, what's this app? I'll throw it up there.
Letterboxd?
Letterboxd.
Sure. I'm going to go. This is going to be crazy.
Okay.
Not crazy, but Rocky 3. I like Rocky 3 more than any of the Rockies.
I don't hate that.
I love Mr. T in Rocky 3.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
It's unbelievable. The first montage, I watched the first montage of Rocky 3 way too many times.
Okay.
During the course of the year.
Which montage is that?
When Rocky's like taking pictures because he's rich and he's finally
Yes.
made it.
Got
and
it.
he's on the Ferrari and Mr.
He's
T's.
at the robot in the house?
Yeah,
Yeah, the
and
big
Mr.
robot?
T's like curling like concrete
Yeah.
with like a bucket. It pumps me up so
I hear you.
much because,
And
we
it pumps
love
you up-
Rocky.
And it
but
pumps you up to do what?
nothing.
Okay.
I just like get in.
Gotta- yeah.
just, to
Sometimes you feel
some
low.
stuff around the house.
Yeah. I
That's
hear you.
it.
I hear you.
So
You gotta clean the baseboards.
those are my 4.
sometimes.
Those are my top 4.
Fantastic.
Maybe even American Pie. I'll throw in there.
Okay. Never
I
heard
don't-
someone say that into a top 4. You were not lying when you said these are going to be bad.
I have some bad flicks.
Hey,
buddy.
we're honored to have them be listed. We're honored to have you on the podcast.
Thank you.
Where can people follow you, see you on stage?
Just Mr. Alex Pavone on Instagram. I'm not a good social media person, as you know.
But are you on tour right now with Steph? Is that over? Is that starting? I don't know where you are.
So we're gonna be on tour. I'm gonna open for her for couple, maybe April, May. There's gonna be some stuff.
Keep an eye out.
Yeah,
He's
follow
very funny.
Steph.
He's very funny.
Thank you
Don't
you guys
follow
for having
Steph.
me.
She has.
She has enough.
Steph is
said-
done.
I made that joke. I want to know this. I do not know her, so it
Oh,
seems
okay.
rude.
She
But
has
I'm kidding.
made it.
No,
Yeah,
she.
she-
I'm saying
follow her,
she's very,
please.
No,
she'll kill me.
Yeah,
if
no,
she ever
follow, no.
heard
She's
this.
she's very funny and deserves her success. I just think it's funny when shitting on anyone that's more successful than me because
Yeah,
I'm bitter.
That's all we have here on this podcast.
Yeah.
Follow Micah Brucey at Micah Brucey.
Follow Diego Lopez at this Diego Lopez.
Patreon.com/A Little Time Pod for all episodes right now.
Yeah.
And our Patreon episodes. We love you. Thank you so much.
Cool. Tacoma Comedy Club at the end of March. That's it for now.
Bye.
Cool. Bye.
That place is sick.
Yeah, I love that place.